Yo, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video I've got a different video for you guys. Now I know a few days ago I done the heirloom tier list. Today I'm going to be doing the season 10 legends tier list. I know you guys enjoy these videos, all the tier list videos I've put out. I know you guys have really enjoyed. So I'm bringing you a season 10 legends tier list. Drop in the comments where you think people belong, if you agree with me or if you disagree with me. I want to know all of your guys' opinions. I hope you do enjoy the video. If you haven't already joined the Discord, then the link is in the description. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and all that cool stuff, all my social medias, they're also in the description below. I hope you guys do enjoy the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Right, here we go guys. So this is the tier list maker. We're going to be going through all the positives, the negatives on all the legends. This is my opinion, so obviously if you don't agree, I'd love to hear your opinions and drop them in the comments of this video. So we're going to go through one by one and obviously talk about Qs and abilities and stuff like that and where they fit in the current meta of Apex. It might be a bit of a long video because obviously I'm still not quite sure where everybody's going to go. Plus, obviously, Respawn have tweeted and saying they will be nerfing Sia sometime either this week or next week. So where I put him now, in a week's time, he could possibly drop or he could possibly stay where he is. Depends, obviously, what they do to him and how big they nerf him or how slightly they nerf him. So we're going to go straight in. And the first one on the list is Bangalore. Bangalore, I go through stages of playing of Bangalore. She's not my go-to legend. She's not really one that I would 9 times out of 10 load up my game and play as. But I think she is a solid character. So therefore, I think I'm going to put her in C tier. The reason I'm going to put her in C tier is obviously they did buff her. I think either last season or the season before, they made her smoke a lot harder to see through. But other than that, you know, the ult isn't. They didn't change the ult with the rockets coming down. You know, it still does the same damage. It still can be counteracted. So therefore, I think I'm going to put her at C tier. Solid C tier. She's sort of in the middle. She's not the best legends, but she's not the worst. So I'm going to put her bang in the middle. And obviously, that's where I'm going to put her for that reason. Bloodhound. Now, obviously, you guys know Bloodhound is my favourite character in the game. He's my main. He's my go-to. I think Bloodhound's an A tier. I still think he's so good. He's not as good as Sia, and I don't think he's as good as Octane or Gibby or anybody like that. He's still a solid character. His scans are still so useful. There's still so many people picking Bloodhound. He's still up there at the top, and I don't think he'll ever drop. I mean, unless they literally nerf the scan so it's like 5 seconds or the ult only lasts 20 seconds. I can only, like, if they do that, then I think he'll drop. But other than that, I think he's a solid character to be. And he's my favourite, so I'm going to put him in A tier. Caustic recently just got like a massive buff. Obviously, the gas does more damage now. So I'm going to put Caustic B tier, I think. He's definitely better than Bangalore, but he's not as good as Bloodhound, I don't think. Although they've put his gas and they've made him, I think it's every 5 ticks. It's 5 damage, and then it just consistently keeps going up. So every second it's 5 damage, 5 damage, 5 damage. He's not as good as Bloodhound, like I said. He was, I think in my last tier list video, I think I put him all the way down in like D tier because they literally like nerfed him into the ground. It was when they done like the Caustic event and then they nerfed him into the ground, and then I think I ended up putting him on D tier. Yeah, but I think what they've done to him, they pushed him up to B tier. I'd say he's better than Bangalore. And there's a lot more players playing as Caustic now as what there was a few months ago. Because obviously they've put him into, obviously they buffed him, so obviously a lot more people are picking him. Moving on to Crypto. Crypto's probably one of my least favourite characters. You know, I've never played with a decent crypto player. In all the time I've been playing with Apex, I've never played with a decent crypto player. I just think he's not very good to play as, in my opinion. So I think I'm going to put him in D tier. For me, he's just not. He's not the way I play, and that's probably me being biased because I don't like to play that way as crypto. I mean, I think the only thing he's useful for is obviously getting the drone and retrieving the banner. I think that's the only thing he's useful for, really. The EMPs are so easy to counteract. You know, you can just shield cell back up. I just think that crypto is just one of them passive characters, and I just don't think that he's good in the game in this present moment. Moving forward, obviously, if they were going to buff him, I don't know what they could possibly do. Maybe make his EMP last a little bit longer, but other than that, I can't really see any improvements for crypto. So therefore, I'm going to put him in D tier. Moving on to Fuse. Now, Fuse has just had a major buff, and recently I've been playing as Fuse quite a lot, actually. Recently, I've just done a Fuse video, so if you haven't checked that out, head over to my channel and check that out. But I'm going to put Fuse in as B tier. I think he's better than Bangalore, on par with Caustic. Obviously, you can carry 2 grenades, 2 arcs, and 2 thermites. That's, you know, that's where I'm going to put him. I'm going to put him in B tier. He has just been buffed, and I think he's a really good character to use. Somebody to be, and you fancy being somebody a little bit different. Obviously, Fuse is a good one to go to. So the next character is Gibby. Gibby is still so strong. I'm going to have to put him in S tier. He's still unbelievably strong. All the pros use Gibraltar. You can use his ult is so powerful, and it helps you push for different positions. So say if you're trying to rotate, you can throw it down, and you can then rotate using it as some sort of cover. His bubble is still so strong. You can still play in and out the bubble, knocking people, shooting people. I still think Gibby is right up there at the top. I don't think this has changed from like 2 seasons ago. Although he has a massive hitbox, he tanks so much damage. Like when you're playing as Gibraltar, you can just take so much damage. It's a bit like Bloodhound when you use his ult. Takes so much damage. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm going to leave Gibby as S tier. Moving on to Horizon. Now, Horizon again has had a major buff. I'm going to put her straight in at A tier. She's above Fuse, above Caustic. I think she's back right up there with the top legends in the game. They put her back to how she was in Season 8 when she first come in. And I think she's arguably one of the best legends in the game. I wouldn't say she's as strong as Gibraltar. But I definitely think she's a top tier legend. So I'm going to put her in A tier. Moving on to Lifeline. Lifeline had a recent buff as well. She's going straight in at B tier. She had a recent buff last season where she can res 2 people at the same time, and obviously she's still so strong. The Lifeline care package now gives you upgraded loot. So say you've got a blue shotgun bolt, you've got the possibility of getting a purple shotgun bolt. So that's so useful. I think she's still a solid character, B tier for me. She's better than Bangalore in my opinion. Definitely better than Crypto, but I wouldn't say she's better than Horizon or Bloodhound. I don't think she's anywhere near. If I was going to rate the B tier list in order, I'd probably put Fuse, Caustic, and then Lifeline. She is good, but I don't think she is great. Like, she's not the top tier legend in the game. Moving on to Loba, straight in at C tier for me. She did get a buff a few seasons ago where they actually fixed their bracelet so it actually works. Obviously, you still got the black market shop. But yeah, I don't think she's better than Lifeline, Caustic, or Fuse. She's definitely better than Crypto. But I wouldn't say she's better than Bangalore either. I'd probably put her in... I think she's definitely better than... not as good as Bangalore, so I'm going to put her as C tier. Mirage, obviously you guys know that Mirage is probably my least favourite character in the game. I just think he's so easy to counteract, even his ult when he tries to bamboozle you. He's so easy to counteract because obviously when he bamboozles, the armour changes blue, so you can always see which Mirage is the real one. It only lasts a brief few seconds. But yeah, I have done previous Mirage videos, but I don't think that he is he is possibly my worst character. I don't like him at all. So for that reason, I'm putting him as D tier. Although I will say he's probably better than Crypto, in my opinion. With Mirage, you can play as him, and I know a lot of Mirage players. And if you play him well, then you can get loads of wins. He's just not my favourite character in the game. So I'm going to put him in D tier. Moving on to Octane. Octane straight up in S tier. It wasn't even within any doubt. Octane is still one of the best characters in the game. They tried putting his stim damage up from, I think it's 20 now. It was 10 or something like that, and they dropped it from 2 seconds to a second. Octane is still one of the best characters in the game. All the pros still use him. He's just so good. Obviously, you get the speed, you get the jump pad, so you can push him with teams. I just think he's great. Definitely S tier. Pathfinder. Now, Pathfinder's a tricky one for me. I do know a lot of Pathfinder players, and I think I'm going to put him in a B tier for me. He's not as good as Horizon or Bloodhound, and he's definitely not as good as Octane or Gibraltar in this moment in time. I would say he's better than Lifeline. I would say he's better than Fuse, and he's probably top B. I'd probably put him like top B. Pathfinder. I think he's better than all of these. But yeah, I don't think he would make the cut in front of Horizon and in front of Bloodhound. I don't think he's as good as them. But he's definitely top B tier in my opinion. Rampart, I'm not even going to muck about here. Probably the worst character in the game. I'm going to put her as E tier. She's literally the worst character in the game for me. I do know some people that do play Rampart and they can play her really well, but yet again, it's not the way I like to play. And this is just my opinion. I think Rampart is one of the worst in the game. I think she's worse than a Mirage and Crypto. She just doesn't really have any abilities that are useful. Like the minigun doesn't do hardly any damage, and the fences, I think you can shoot them down at 150 damage. So it's just so easy to counteract. For me, Rampart is probably the worst character in the game. So she's going straight in as E tier. Revenant. Now I just done a Revenant video yesterday, and I've been playing as Revenant a lot since the Heirloom come out. Revenant is a solid character for me. I'm going to put him as B tier. I think he could possibly even be better. I mean, it's tough. I might even put him as A tier. Yeah, I'm going to put him as A tier, Revenant. I have enjoyed playing him really, really. I love playing as Revenant. The totem is so useful when you're pushing teams. Everybody hates playing against a Revenant team just because you can put your totem down, especially if you're playing with an Octane. You got an Octane on your team. Revenant and Octane play so well together. You put your totem down, you throw your jump pads, you go straight in, full send, and everybody can use the totem as well. Disabling abilities is so useful. I think Revenant is one of the top legends in the game right now. They buffed him majorly. They made him climb really high, so you can climb to like the top of a building. Obviously, you got his silence, where if you're crawling around, nobody can hear you. Revenant is like a top tier legend for me at the moment. I've been playing loads as Revenant. I possibly could play a lot more Revenant. I wouldn't say he's as good as Bloodhound or Horizon. I'd probably leave it in this order. But yeah, Revenant top legend for me right now. Seer, definitely S tier. Everybody knows this. Seer is probably the best legend in the game right now. Obviously, like I said previously, they are going to be nerfing him because it's basically like wall hacks. You throw your thing out. He's better than Bloodhound because obviously you throw down your ult and you can see people running around in buildings and stuff like that. He's just so broken right now. Arguably the best legend in the game. Like I said, they are going to be nerfing him at some point coming this week. But yeah, probably the best legend in the game right now, so he's definitely got to be S tier. Valkyrie. I mean, Valkyrie used to be S tier when she first came into the game. I'm probably going to put her, I think, A tier. Her ult is still so useful if you're trying to get out of a gunfight. Her Q is quite good. You stun them and then you can push. I think she's she's A tier. I'd say she's better than Pathfinder and better than Caustic and Fuse and Lifeline. She's definitely better than them. She was S tier when she first came into the game. They've done a slight nerf, so I'm going to put her in A tier. I still see a lot of people picking Valkyrie. She's still a very, very good character. But yeah, in this order, I don't think she's better than Bloodhound, Horizon or Revenant. She's probably like low A tier, possibly top B tier. So that's where I'm going to put her. Watson for me, steady character, C. Her fences could be a lot more powerful. Her ult could have your shield regen a lot faster. There's so many buffs that you could do to Watson to possibly push her into like A tier, S tier. But right now, she's just a solid character. She's not my favourite character to play. So I'm going to put her in C tier. There are a lot of Watson players. And I think the only buff they did was to put more Nessies down. So she hasn't really changed whatsoever in abilities. So I'm going to put her as a steady C tier. I don't think she's better than Loba, and I definitely don't think she's better than Bangla. I think she's low C. So that's where I'm going to put her. And last but not least, we've got Wraith. Wraith for me is still one of the top legends in the game. I'm going to put Wraith as A tier. I would say she's on par with Revenant right now. She's better than Valkyrie. I think in order to push Wraith to the S tier here, I think they could possibly... Her Q takes so long to Q now and teleport away. The portals haven't changed really. I think they've just reduced the time. But yeah, for me, I think if they wanted to push her to the S tier, I think they need to make the Q a lot quicker. So you Q and you go straight into portal, and that's it. But I don't think she's as strong as Gibraltar and Octane, and definitely not as strong as Sia. I'd probably put them in this order. I'd probably say Revenant's better than Wraith, and I'd probably say that Horizon and Bloodhound are better than Wraith. But then I would say Wraith is better than Valkyrie. And that's my tier list, guys. I want to find out all your opinions, so drop them in the comments. If you did enjoy the video, guys, make sure you hit the like button, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Don't forget to hit the sub button and tick the bell for more content like this and future gameplay content, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video.